I'm about to walk into my night shift. I am anxious to see what the volume and what the flow will be like, hoping, praying that it'll be like what it's been the past week to 2 weeks, which has been much better than at the beginning of April. If there's one thing I've learned from this pandemic, it's to not take anything for granted. 1 minute you can get a set of circumstances and scenarios that would vastly differ from the next. So let's see how things go. Night shifts are usually very quiet, all things considered, in the emergency department because most staff go home and most patients are asleep. But the first thing I usually listen for when I come in to work is for oxygen. Already I can tell there's a huge difference in our volume. As you can see behind me, no patients are seated in our chairs or in one wing of our emergency department, and some of the hallways, as you can see, are empty. I can't hear oxygen. Things are much better than they were about a week ago. Right now I'm in the critical care room and we are practically empty. As you can see behind me, these are 2 empty beds. Unbelievable. Last week even, this room would constantly be filled, and during the peak of coronavirus several weeks ago, we would have stacks of patients waiting to just enter this room without any capacity to take care of everybody here. It is a double-edged sword to have a drop in volumes. On the one hand, it's wonderful because it tells us that the prevalence of COVID is perhaps on the downtrend out in the community, but it's also scary to see this level of emptiness in an emergency department because coronavirus, as far as we know, doesn't prevent heart attacks or prevent strokes or prevent other emergencies. And with so many people being scared about entering the emergency room, where are they? Are they at home suffering from their illness, not having any medical attention? So it makes me really concerned having a night like tonight where everything is quiet, because I know that there are many people out in the community who are suffering from other emergencies but are too scared to receive medical attention. One last thing I'll point out is please do not be fooled by the volumes currently. This virus can re-erupt suddenly, and we all have to stay very vigilant. Even though things are quiet, I really hope that no one lets their guard down and for a split second thinks that they can go back to living a normal life. Even though our volumes are diminished, and although many are still coming in with different medical conditions, coronavirus we can't escape it, and it's everywhere to be found. If there's one thing I've taken away from coronavirus, handling it here in New York City for the past few weeks, it's that it can come back with a vengeance and can permeate the lung architecture of anybody who walks through our doors, even those who appear otherwise well. You'll see behind me a few number of oxygen tanks. These are still present throughout the department and across the hallways, and they are on standby. God forbid we are to get subsequent waves of this virus in the New York City area. So we're making progress, but still a lot left to be done.